Your friend Ashish Chand. These days we are doing a joint study on Katha Upanishad, one of the Indians' first scriptural text. This is our 75th video on the subject 14-75. Friends, today we will be studying verses 2-3-7 and 8. Second chapter, third section, verses 7 and 8. Yamraj has discussed the dissimilarity of the sense organs from the self. We at Open Secret give a lot of importance to the period of an event, in which period the historical event occurred. Same is true for Katha Upanishad also, friends. Sankhya Darshan was a story of gods. Kapil was incarnation of Vishnu. Sankhya Darshan does not talk about Brahma, friends, while the Vedas and the Vedic period is all about Brahma. Sankhya Darshan refers to Purush. Then came Yoga Darshan. It also does not talk about Brahma. It refers in traces to Pashupati. Patanjali is the incarnation of Sheshanag. These two darshans, the philosophies, separate angles, separate approaches to knowing the absolute, are very important in Indian scriptural history, friends. No further study in India could be without references of these two studies. Here also, this section of Katha Upanishad can be better termed the yoga connection. Yama has referred the launch pad of yoga. There is no other way, come what may. If one is on spiritual sadhana, this is a very important launch pad. Practices by which the mind is brought to a standstill state. Yes, here Lord stresses and says, to reach the ultimate goal, this state of yoga, these practices of yoga is to be combined with the knowledge of the self. While Katha Upanishad is from Devas, Yamraj, to man, it talks a lot about Brahma, friends. From Brahma to Brahma to Brahman to Brahman. It also talks a lot about the Purusha, Viveki Purush, Dheer Purush, and so many forms. So, Katha Upanishad is a synthesis for mankind of Sankhya Darshan and Yoga Darshan. With this brief introduction, let us see what Yama has to say. 2-3-7. Indriyebhyah param mano manasah sattva muktamam सत्वादधि महानात्मा महतो अवक्तम मुक्तमम. Beyond the senses is the mind. Beyond the mind is the intellect. Beyond the intellect is the great Atman. Superior to the great Atman is the unmanifest. This is the ladder from sense organs to total mind. When Yamaraj talks about the dissimilarity of sense organs from the self, then we should not believe that this self is somewhere else, because it is separate from the sense organs which are the part of the body. So the self is somewhere else. This is not the right thought, because Antaratma Shabd hai, friends. It is the inside conditions of each one of us, each living being. So the word meaning of this verse is इंद्रियों से मन पर है, अलग है, एग्रीड, लेकिन उत्कृष्ट है. मन से बुद्धि श्रेष्ठ है. बुद्धि से महतत्व बढ़कर है और महतत्व से अव्यक्त उत्तम है. नोट दैट द वर्ड सत्व, truth, here has been used for the buddhi. Then in 2-3-8 Yama says, avyktatu parah purusho vyapako linga evacha yam ज्ञात्वा मुच्यते जंतुर्मृतत्वम च गच्छित. Friends, these two are twin verses. They are always read together, because as per Indian scriptures, this has been studied, this has been told by the scriptures of the yore. The knowledge is being used by Yamaraj to tell to Nachiketa. He says, and verily beyond the unmanifested is the all-pervading Purusha, devoid of all distinctive marks, knowing whom the knower is emancipated and attains immortality. Nachiketa, who represents the first of men, who represents what we are when we are yearning, he is being told, he is being answered, he is being told about this chronology of the spiritual elements. अव्यक्त से भी पुरुष श्रेष्ठ है और व्यापक है और अलिंग है, जिसे जानकर मनुष्य मुक्त होता है और अमरत्व को प्राप्त हो जाता है. जो हमारे ब्रह्मांड की रचना का अनमैनिफेस्ट फॉर्म है, पुरुष उससे भी श्रेष्ठ है, उनका कारण है, एंड दैट इज वाई उनसे व्यापक है भी और उनमें भी बसता है, एंड अलिंग है, जिसके द्वारा कोई भी वस्तु जानी जाती है वह उसके लिंग कहलाते हैं, परंतु पुरुष में इनका अभाव है। इसलिए यह संपूर्ण संसार धर्मों से रहित है। इसको जानने से, जाना कैसे जाता है? आचार्य द्वारा या शास्त्र द्वारा। इसको जानने से पुरुष जीवित रहते हुए ही अविद्या आदि हृदय की ग्रंथियों से मुक्त हो जाता है एंड शरीर का पतन होने पर भी अमरत्व को प्राप्त होता है। वह पुरुष अलिंग है और अव्यक्त भी है, पर है वो। The Nachiketa hidden in us is being consistently reminded by the Yamraj. Indriyebhyah param mana. The mind is superior to the sense organs. Manasah sattvam uttamam. The intellect is superior to the mind. Sattvat adhi mahan atma. Mahat, the great soul, is superior to the intellect. Mahatah avyaktam uttamam. The unmanifested is superior to Mahat. Further, avyaktat tu parah purusha. But superior to the unmanifested is the Purush. Vyapakah alinga evacha, who is pervasive and indeed without attributes. Yam gyatva muchyate jantuh. Knowing whom a man becomes freed. Amritvam cha gacchati, and moves towards immortality. These two verses provide the route map for planning the spiritual journey. The search for the self can safely omit the sense objects and the senses because they are too external, they are too gross. The search is thus narrowed down to the inner equipment, Antahkaran, starting with mind. The senses are ruled out since the mind is superior to them. Of the inner equipment, the mind is first to be ruled out, as it is in effect the sum of all the sense organs. The intellect has greater power than the mind. Then the total mind, Hiranyagarbha, is greater than the intellect. The former functions beyond the range of individuality, while the latter is limited to individuality. Then comes the unconditioned Brahman, the supreme pure consciousness, the self, about whom the entire Kathopanishad has discussed and talked. When we move inside into this deep inner realm of the self, we are in the realm of liberation. We are in the zones of freedom. The pilgrim who arrives at this point is described to have attained immortality. as he abides totally in the permanent self. Friends, clearly these verses have been taken from Sankhya and Yoga Darshan. That is the way of progress. The study of our rishis, which have been done earlier, they are to be taken as a reference and a stepping stone for the further journey. Clearly, friends, there is no doubt in it. This Purusha of Sankhya, or the subtlest of the subtle factor, in Kathopanishad, he becomes a factor in us, in man. It is explained here as Vyapak, all-pervading, and Aling, without distinctive characteristics, properties, attributes, etc. In Katha Upanishad, the Vyapakta has been dealt very thoroughly. The immanent and the transcendent Brahman. Recently we have covered so many verses on this. Atman being the subtlest of the subtle. As we have discussed so many times, friends, it must necessarily be the all-pervading Tattva. Friends, in our scriptures and in our Sanskrit language, logicians' vocabulary brings the word linga in a particular connotation which is scientific. We always talk about knowledge being attained by way of direct perception, by inference, and by agamas. These are the basic elements of gaining knowledge in the Indian, Sanatani, Hindu context. Almost all our knowledge of the things not yet seen, direct perception of which have not been achieved, is derived from inference. The source is called inference. The sign or the distinctive mark by which we come to the definite inference is called the linga in the logician's terminology. Friends, now, having known the exact connotation of the word linga, we can now easily understand the import of the scripture when Lord Yama says that the Purusha is devoid of any linga. It means that there are no properties or qualities or attributes or any such other indications, no signs, no marks by which we can directly perceive and therefore come to realize the self in us. And this is all the more reason for one who realizes the self through a subjective experiencing. Not only does he get liberated from the shackles of the mortal limitations, but Yamraj asserts, most surely he reaches a deathless state of eternal existence. The proverbial statements which is in use here is Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. So friends, this completes our explanation of these twin verses, which have been borrowed from Yoga Darshan and Sankhya philosophy. These ladders form the very base of the entire internal journey. Many times, billions of times, so many orators, rather each one of those who have studied the self, the truth, have gone through these steps. I am pretty sure you would have enjoyed, you would have liked, you would have re-understood the explanation by Open Secret in a pleasing manner. The subject is very vast, but it is only one statement. The pilgrimage has to be taken care of by Indian professionals. I hope you have liked the video. If so, please give this video a like. Please share it with your friends, with your beloved ones. Please subscribe to our channel. Please help us in growing our viewership. Thank you very much, friends. हे पूर्ण परमात्मा, पापों का कर खात्मा, विश्व बने धर्मात्मा, सब है तेरी आत्मा. May He bless us all. Thank you, friends.